Hey guys, Zen here, and today's video is about the snipers of Team Rainbow and what that means in Rainbow Six Siege. Do snipers work? Like, is a sniper an actually viable pick when the game features a one-shot headshot mechanic? Now, this has come about because Rainbow released the win deltas for either side of the round, and both Glaz and Kali are hanging out in the 2 week and under pick category, but the interesting bit is that they're literally right next to each other. Now, I don't know about you guys, but my least played operator over the last few seasons has been Glaz, and I think there are some reasons for that could also apply to Kali, and I genuinely feel like more people should be playing both of these operators, myself included. So let's get into this one, guys. But hey, guys, does your wallet look like this? It's possible that it might be filled with a bunch of useless receipts and used gift cards, or maybe you just don't want to hurt your girlfriend's feelings by replacing that old stuffed wallet she gifted you. But it's time, gentlemen. You need to upgrade to the Ridge wallet, and today's video's sponsor. The Ridge is a super slim front pocket wallet that's made to be compact and always have what you need. Each one is constructed with 2 metal plates bound together by an elastic band, so it's really unique and looks nothing like a traditional wallet. You guys can get it in over a dozen different styles, including a beautiful carbon fiber, my personal style, aluminum, or titanium. So guys, click the top link in the description and you'll receive 10% off your order today when you go to ridge.com/zen and use code ZEN at checkout. They offer a lifetime warranty if you love it and free returns if you don't, but I think you guys are really going to enjoy this one. So if you're interested, head below to learn more, and thanks to Ridge for sponsoring today's video. Now, I wanted to begin with Kali because as of recently, she's been one of my most played ops, and I think she's just one of those best kept secrets that not a lot of people are talking about. Kali is actually a good operator, and you'll also find that she brings a ton of utility to the attacking side with her LV lance, but there are also a few drawbacks about her that make her a challenge to be really competitive with. First and most apparently are her options of secondary weapons, and the one I really want to focus on is the C75 auto. It's just uncomfortable to use. Like, it features a ton of screen shake and the weapon constantly kicks back into your face. It can be an absolute nightmare to be accurate with, and then even when you are hitting your shots, it doesn't offer a ton of damage to secure your kills. I think the biggest upgrade the C75 could use is a sight, specifically the one that's on Ella and Sophia's pistol. Like, it's small, it's clean, and it's just comfortable to use. Now, Ubisoft has been doing a lot of change in this category for weapons recently. Not too long ago, Frost received the Vortex scope for her C1 SMG, and upcoming here, Caveira will also be seeing the same added to her M12, and so giving the player more options for their weapons, I think, is a big focus right now. If this is the case, I really don't see a reason why the C75 couldn't receive just a small red dot to clean up the ADS and make it more usable, and I think Kali in particular could really benefit from a change like this. Now, as far as the other issue that I think is holding Kali back from greatness, it's her gadget, the LV lance. So, as most of you are aware, the lance rivals Thatcher's utility, which is to take out enemy gadgets from the other side of a wall, and more importantly, being able to destroy things behind reinforced walls, which helps with things like hard breaching. Now, even though it rivals Thatcher's EMP, it struggles to be as effective because the round explodes on both sides of the wall, and it'll also destroy your teammates' gadgets like Thermite's exothermic charge or Hibana's pellets. Because of this, it makes it easy for both Bandit and Kaid to trick the wall because they know that Thermite and Hibana can't do their thing until the round actually explodes. And so if these guys are on defense, you'll find it difficult to not still bring a Thatcher. I think a good change to Kali would be to remove the explosion on the positive side of the wall so that it acts as a hard counter to either the Bandit or Kaid trick and give a lot more value to those who decide to play Kali. Her lance can do some unique things like being able to take out Maestro cams and barbed wire. Like, it's super versatile, which gives it credit over the EMP, but just like Wamai and Jaeger, Thatcher usually just does his thing better, and more people go with the EMP. Another element here is with Jaeger and the fact that he counters the lance. Now, this is interesting because Jaeger doesn't counter gridlock with her tracks or Capital with his bolts for that matter, and so it seems like these gadgets that are made of metal are tricky for the ADS to deal with. It would be interesting to see the lance, another gadget that's made of metal, being removed from the list of gadgets Jaeger counters, because it would also allow more utility from the lance and also beef up Wamai a little more and give him more interesting magnet spots to help deal with Kali specifically. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, well, with buffs like this, it would make Kali very strong, maybe even too strong, but look, she is weak right now. And even though when she works, she can be extremely satisfying, she's just challenging to use effectively and consistently. She sits as the weakest attacker in Rainbow Six Siege, only being slightly more popular than Glaz, the other sniper of Team Rainbow. So before there was Kali, there was Glaz, and he served as the sniper here in Rainbow Six Siege. At launch, he had a scope that turned the entire screen bright red, and he was basically unusable as a result. Over time, he lost the red scope and gained access to a heat vision scope that he has now, but he still struggles to be of any use on attack. So now that Kali is in the game and Glaz doesn't really offer much utility at all, I think he just needs to turn into an all-out fragger, and I'd like to see him with the SMG-11. Right now, a bit of a turning point is happening in Rainbow Six Siege that's kind of slowing down the meta and chopping at the roam game, and so having dedicated fraggers on the attacking side is going to be more crucial than ever to pick off full health defenders hanging out on site. Glaz has always been a fragger, just purely made to take out the enemy, and we've already seen him just blatantly overpowered with his gadget, so really the only other option is to increase his fragging capability, and I think finally giving him an automatic option, and a more reliable one with the SMG-11, I think it could really help. In comparison to Kali, Glaz is a brute and far more aggressive, and so his kit should directly affect that, given Kali is now the long-range queen of the squad. The final takeaway is that having operators focused on sniping or long-range engagements has never really been successful in the meta. The fact that both Blitz and Nuke are performing better than these two is one flag, and then the fact that they literally sit right next to each other on these graphs, I think it just shows that snipers as a whole could use a bit of a rework in Rainbow Six Siege, and that operators without an automatic weapon just suffer because of it. So those are my thoughts and ramblings on these two operators and ways to rework them that just capitalizes on what they already bring to the table. Just to recap for you guys, I think the C75 could use a sight. Something small and clean to look through is preferred, and so I think Ella and Sophia's secondary sight could work, or maybe even just give her that pistol as another option. Remove the Jaeger counter and force the Wamai pick if you want a hard counter Kali, and then with Glaz, simply give him the SMG-11. I think he's desperate for an automatic weapon of any kind, so if the SMG-11 is too much firepower, even a Bearing 9 could help out the Russian Hunter. With Kali in particular, I think it's really important that she gets some kind of secondary upgrade. I've even heard suggestions like giving her Clash's SMG, so I think it's apparent that the community is looking to increase her lethality. As for Glaz, he just shouldn't be left with no automatic option. The OTS is powerful, and in the right hands, he can be an absolute threat, but besides shields, he is currently the only operator without an automatic option, and I get he's a sniper and all, but he needs one. This is Rainbow Six Siege, and the one-shot headshot is king. But what do you guys think? Do you play much of Glaz or Kali? Do you think Glaz should get the SMG-11? And I guess, do you believe Jaeger should always counter Kali? Leave your thoughts in a comment down below. If you did enjoy this video, please drop a like and subscribe with notifications if you're new. With that being said, it's been Zen. Thanks for watching. I'm out.